Everyone, welcome back to Tokyo Dark Shadow, and we left off with a choice between two places. Here in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I had stayed any longer, I felt as it may have suffocated me. For the time I was there, Akihabara faded away into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand up to shield my eyes from the sunlight, and listened to the people on the street. Their conversation seemed pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the street swept the cobwebs away from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector and everything he impossibly knew. I told him so much, but I didn't have a choice. But did I have a choice? Maybe he was right, and I was his puppet after all. At that moment, it didn't matter. Dark and the mask belonged to a world I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead me to them. Countless paths were narrowed down to two, and I had no choice but to march forward towards the leads I'd been given. As I left Akihabara behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was I really so easy to read? I didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark. That much had all been confirmed. And now I had the means, however impossible, to find them. Two paths, the mask and the dark. Both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after the talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or go back to Kamakura to visit Mei and the girl who I nearly got killed. Neither of them seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help, but as everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. I had to choose, or maybe something would choose for me, and that's going to be us. Now, of course, I read that before in the last episode, but it's good to have a refresher. I can either go to whatever that spell does, or I can go back to, I believe, or back to here. Don't know exactly which one is which. I believe that this is the dark and this is the mask, so I'm going to go here. Either way, like, it seems like we have to do both paths anyway, yeah. So this is with the mask path, which I wanted to go to first. I came here to find out about the mask. But there's something I've got to do first. 6 months ago, I sent one girl to the morgue and very nearly killed another. Since then, I thought of coming here to apologize to my Kawana countless times, but I couldn't will myself to see her and be faced with my failure. I think of the fear, the hurt in her eyes. I feel nothing but shame. For my own peace of mind, I need to tell her the truth about that day, and how about I lost control. Hopefully she can find it in herself to forgive me enough to help me with the investigation of the mask. Wait, it's fall. Why are the cherry blossoms blooming? It's nothing. It's like nothing's changed since that day. Is the guy from before here? No, he's the expert in everything. Nothing. Oh, he is here. Oh, it's you, you. I was reading the papers, and I saw your picture, and I saw the picture on the TV on news, and maybe the 7chan message board. After I looked you up. I'm sorry, I was curious. I remember meeting you and I couldn't believe it. It's like I met a celebrity or something. Oh, of course it's not good or anything, but you never know we'll meet in this business. Everyone always seems so unassuming. I mean, that's not to say that any of it was your fault or anything. Okay, so the message boards are pretty bad, but there's a lot of bad stuff on there, like, whoa, pretty wild stuff. Are you done? Oh, right. Sorry, yes. Hello again. Where's Mai? I'm looking for Mai Kawana. Have you seen her? Oh, you're looking for May again? Oh. Are you sure that's such a good idea? She was pretty upset about the happenings the last time you were here. I mean, I've barely seen her leave Kamakura since then. Maybe it's best for you to leave her alone? It's important that I talk to her. I suppose she'd be at the shrine. It's down the street, like usual. May's very important to this town. Please don't upset her too much. We all want everything to go back to normal. Is May's grandmother still in that house near here? You want to see her? Well, she's still around, I suppose. I see her the comings and goings of all people around here. I don't see her getting out much though. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. When you were last here in April, did she, I don't know, give you something? I'm not accusing you, of course. I just heard that there was an important artifact that went missing last spring. Kawana is old and losing her faculties a bit. Maybe she gave it to you by mistake. Can you remember anything like that? I mean, I don't know, man. Let's just say. Okay. Oh, so you do know about it. That's a relief. Wouldn't you want to think something so important was stolen by some riffraff, right? So, do you know when they'll return it? We'll have to ask HQ about that kind of thing, sorry. I did. I contacted them several times. They said they didn't know anything about it. They said they didn't even have it. You don't think they were lying, do you, detective? They wouldn't lie about something like that. Something so precious to this town, would they? I'm sure whoever you talked to was mistaken. Yes, that must be it. I'll keep trying. Enjoy your time in Kamakura. What's going on with the weather here? It's fall. There are cherry blossoms out. It's beautiful, isn't it? There's a species of cherry tree, the prunus. Yeah, I'm not going to pronounce that. That sometimes blooms twice a year. At least, that's what it says online. Who would have thought we'd have them here in Kamakura? Well, I say Kamakura, but they only seem to be in this part of town. Lucky, huh? A cherry blossom tree that blooms in fall? I've never seen it. Are you sure you've got the facts straight? It seems impossible. Impossible? Do you doubt my botany expertise? Impossible would be if the seasons started reversing themselves, don't you think? Yeah, it certainly feels that way. Huh? You say something? Why the glum face? Anyway, I hope you take advantage of the weather and go for a picnic or something. The blossoms here are so peaceful. Don't they put your mind at ease? Huh? What is the leave? Oh no, never mind. I don't want to leave Kamakura. Alright, so she's in here and knock. Go away! No visitors! Go away! No visitors! Okay. There's just one crow this time. Nothing in the water. Go to shrine. Oh, there's May. May, I don't know. Cherry blossoms fell gently at my feet as I approached the Kawana family shrine. In front of me was May Kawana, still dressed in the outfit of the shrine maiden. She had seen me approach and stood there frozen and terrified. Same helpless look on her face when she had a knife to her throat months before. This time, it was as if it was me she was terrified of. We are the only two people at the shrine, yet I couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. Familiar presence watching over me from the shadows. Oh shit. No! I cannot do this. The voices will be the killer. I want to talk to her. Which one is talk? I don't know. Do this. Now. No. I won't do it. Why now? Why her? I don't have to do what you say. I'm not a puppet. I can choose. You? The detective from before? Why are you just standing there? Is it over? I'm fine. Sorry to scare you. I'm here to talk to you. See, I've never been good at apologies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. I've been meaning to talk to you ever since that day. I should have come sooner. You're here to apologize? Now? If I didn't hear from anyone in 6 months. The police only talked to me once. Then this is really distracting. Holy shit! They really talked to me once, and then everyone here started avoiding me and acting like thank you so much. Acting like it never happened. I guess that makes me the last person you want to see now. After that day, I'm sure that, some police came by and told you I was only following the procedure. But that's bull. Police in this country don't go around shooting people. I need to feel like myself and I lost control, putting you at risk. Sounds fake to say I lost control at such a crucial time, I bet. That's the truth. The truth? Strange, isn't it? Cherry blossoms, I mean. It's silly, but every time someone comes here and says how beautiful they are, I get so mad. It's like they don't understand my feelings at all. That's selfish, huh? It's not like everyone here. It's not like I want everyone to suffer along with me. I imagine the only other one who understands that is you, detective. Name's Ido, right? It's so quiet here. It's hard to imagine something like that. Day in April really happened in a place so peaceful. But it did. I know that you and your partner were the only doing what you could to save me, but I wish I could have helped. I felt so helpless. At least you told me the truth. Thank you. You know, I asked Grandma about the mask the red-haired girl was after. She denied knowing anything. But it was a lie. I found one of her old journals at the shrine, and she wrote that the mask was important and had to be hidden away. Why would she lie to me? I'm sick of everyone always trying to protect me by covering everything up. Grandma hasn't been the same since that day either. She shuts herself up in that old house and mumbles to herself about the darkness and purity. I'm so worried about her. My gut tells me that the mask has something to do with it. I'm sorry, listen to me, rambling away. I bet I couldn't care. You don't care about any of that. The truth is, I don't think you're right about the mask having something to do with all of the strange. I think you're right about the mask having to do something with about all the strangers. I actually came here to ask you about it. You think so too? Well, then let me help you. I don't know anything, but maybe Takashi does. Takashi's castle? Oh, sorry. Takashi's my brother. He used to live in here in Kamakura with me and my grandma, but left the first chance he got. We talk on the phone all the time, but he refuses to come back and visit. I get the feeling he knows something I don't. He won't even tell me about my parents died. Where does your brother live now? He's an instructor at Kendo Dojo, in Asakusa in Tokyo. I hear he's a big shot in the Kendo world. Sounds like he'd be a good place to start. Do you think he'll speak to me? You can try. He's never been very good at opening up to strangers though. It's worth a shot. Thanks for helping me, May. Let's go and see him then. I don't think she will open up to me, so I just go and talk to her. I guess I have to. That's weird. Like if I, yeah, I guess I have to leave through the train station this time, which is makes sense. But before you could just walk like that, but whatever. Okay. So this is where the brother is, right? Asakusa, the home of Sensoji, one of the most famous temples in Tokyo. It's also a bustling entertainment district. It remains a pocket of tradition and culture surrounded by the city's high-rises. My investigation up to that point led me to believe that finding Takashi Kawana would be difficult and convoluted, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Turns out his Kendo Dojo was well regarded as a popular training spot for a few national champions and several of the city's police officers. The latter made me nervous. The information I was asking for was sensitive, and I didn't want a word of my investigation finding its way back to HQ. A few misfired questions could end up with officers knocking on my door, or worse, Yukamura himself calling me up. I had to be cautious. I can actually go further than that, okay. Oh. Inside the interior of the traditional tea shop, but it doesn't look like anyone's been there recently. Okay. Okay, octopus balls. Balls! Why is that the first? Like, you're not just talking to him, like, hey, look. Tourists. Likely I can hear them speaking English. My English isn't so great, so that'll be of much help, but I wonder what they're talking about. Hello there. Is there something we can help you with? Huh? I don't speak Japanese? Your Japanese is perfect. As a college professor, if it wasn't, I'd probably be out of a job. I'm no college professor, but I work at a Japanese software company, so I'd be in a bit of trouble too. Huh? Don't look at me. I just live here. Well, not in Tokyo, in the suburbs. Well, I think you guys might speak Japanese better than I do. I mean, sorry. I never would have thought. Would you prefer to speak in English instead? No. I mean, no, please. Japanese is fine. Sorry, I wasn't meaning to be nosy. I guess I don't see people wearing yukata this late in the year. Is there a festival or something? Oh no. We come to Asakusa every year, and the yukata became part of the tradition after a while. Guess it makes us stand out more than we already do, huh? Don't know tradition, Tony. Admittedly, my legs are a little cold though. You guys come here every year? You must know the area pretty well by now. I'm looking for the Kendo Dojo, where Takashi Kawana works. It should be in this area. Kawana? Why does that name seem so familiar? Oh right, he's that kendo instructor from the dojo right behind us. People say he's some sort of prodigy. I wouldn't be surprised if he became a master in time. Supposedly, he's very particular about how he trains. I suppose he doesn't want to waste his time with people who aren't serious. Makes sense when you think about it. But but with how good he is, he must not get a ton of wannabe kendo masters coming in. Seems like he trains a lot of police too. In the time we've been standing here, we've seen a few come in and out. All that. And I think he's still in his 20s. For someone so young, he must be under a lot of pressure. No kidding. I've heard talk of the interdepartmental kendo tournament. He's become a master of pride for so many of the regional departments. With my work, did martial arts competitions between the departments. Nothing would work out in the unspoken tension between me and my boss quite like a good smack on the jawline. Police fighting on each other? That must be pretty brutal. I mean, I guess police in Japan don't really have to use force all that much though. Yeah. Anyway, how do you know so much about the dojo anyway? I mean, I live in Shinagawa and I don't know anything that specific about it. You see, it always so right. It says so right here on the dojo's flyer. He was out of here 10 minutes before you came, handing them out. Kind of seemed a little prickly, so we didn't talk to him though. I admit, it would have been much cooler if we'd known that off the top of our head, but we're glad we're able to get to help you regardless, Sai. Makes me feel a little bit silly now, trying to learn more about him from a flyer. Considering that he trains so many police, I'm surprised I've never heard of him until now. Are you associated with the police somehow? Huh? Who, me? No, of course not. I'm an investigator, see? Like a private detective. Listen, if anyone comes asking about a female detective, just, sorry, I don't speak Japanese, right? Exactly. I appreciate it. Anyway, I should get going. Sorry to bother you. Thanks for the information, guys. Our pleasure. Good luck at the dojo. Let us know if you learn any kendo tricks. The men in the departments always puffed out their chests when they talked about the kendo competitions, like it was going to impress me or something. Never paid much attention. Still, it's strange that someone related, someone related, however faintly, to the mask as yet another tie to my old line. Takashi Kawana seems like the interesting guy, but very serious and not keen on strangers. At least I didn't have to use any English. That would have been a disaster. Can I buy these guys some octopus balls? Hello there. Would you be interested in buying some of the finest takoyaki in Tokyo? This isn't very cheap stuff you buy at the food stands at the festival. They will make you question everything you knew about octopus ball in form. Who can say that? Who can say no to that sales page? Sure, I'll take some. It's just for my own sanity, I suppose. Whoa, you're right. This must be the best takoyaki I've had. Thank you, miss. Best takoyaki on all the islands. No professionalism, but at least it's good for my, stuff. And since I'm not really officially working for the police right now, I mean, who cares about the professionalism? This looks like the dojo I was looking for. It has a very traditional aesthetic. Who are you? Let's just say that because I don't want to be associated with the police, right? And he's not very, yeah. You're a friend of my sister's? You expect me to believe that? A little old, don't you think? Gee, thanks. Really? You think I wouldn't recognize you? You're the officer who was at the shrine in April, who almost got her killed. And now you're lying about it, pretending to be your friend, to no doubt get something from me. Don't look so shocked. Your little deception was easy to read, is all. After your idiocy at Kamakura, I heard Mai crying over the phone every night for a month. Don't bother her anymore. Now get out of here, before myself or one of your fellow officers has to throw you out. Well, that went great. Well, that didn't go well. Maybe Mai will know how to soften her brother up. Miss, I can see a glimmer in your eye. That tells me you have a hunger for a second order. Actually famous takoyaki. Me? Well, why wouldn't I? They were amazing. Yup. The struggle is real. To think I don't sit here in the presence of my own creations and not want a little taste. No, of course I do. They're delicious. But the extra time and effort it means I don't have as many on hand as I have to limit one order per customer. But I'm your only customer. Come on, just Sorry, no can do. There's a reason I set up a quiet spot like this, otherwise I'd sell it out in minutes. Well, let me know if you change your mind. You bastard, then first you tease me about it and then you're just not going to give it to me or to pay for it, but no, of course not. Let's go to here. Back to that place. So about your brother. I think I managed to find your brother. He didn't exactly seem too happy to see me. Yeah, you found my brother all right. He's been protective of me ever since we were little. I know I'm probably overstepping my boundaries, but I should be willing to come talk to him. I don't think he'll tell me anything on my own. You want me to help? You know, seeing you again really got me thinking. I decided that even if everyone's trying to hide it, I can't sit here and ignore what's happening. I need to understand why my family's been acting up so strangely. Even my own brother is keeping me in the dark. I'm sick of it. Sure, I'll come with you, Daido. If I went alone, he'd probably pat me on the head and send me on my way. But if you're there with me, I'm sure you'd tell me about my parents, the mask, everything. Are you sure that's what you want? Sometimes not knowing is better, May. No, it's more stupid, no more stupid little May. I'd rather be hurt and know than happy and ignorant. But before we go, let's check on Grandma. These days, if she doesn't know where I am, it really sets her off. Alright. We'll make a quick stop at the house. Thanks, May. This. That crow always lays in the middle of the street. Oh no, always not. The small body is in a bad state of decay, covered in dried blood. The maggots have begun eating at its remains. So this must mean something. Grandma, it's me. Please open the door. May? Oh, May, it's you. Please come in. Yes, come in. Wait, what is she doing here? It's okay, Grandma. She's here to help. Help? Huh, don't make me laugh. You're supposed to help me, remember? I felt something, and you were going to free me from the past. For you? What are you talking? Are you talking about a mask? Do not discuss that horrid thing here. No matter how far you go, I can still feel it, like needles in my skin dragging me to it. In my dreams, I can still remember that place. Have you seen it too, detective? The dark place. A dark place where those were lost and reside. I'm so old and I have wasted so much time, and yet the pain won't go away. Or Emiko. I miss her so much. If only I could have found her. Emiko. You mean Mom? Find her? What are you talking about? She's gone. Takashi told me she died after I was born. Yes, of course. You shouldn't be asking such things, May. If it weren't for this woman, you'd be safe at the shrine. No, Grandma. You're wrong. I'm not safe while everyone lies to me. I'm going to see Takashi. If you don't tell me the truth, he will. Mai, listen to yourself. You must stop. Opening the door to the past will not solve anything. Ever since that you were little, I've done what I could to protect you and your brother. Please, don't go down this path. You look so much like her, you know, your mother. And you, detective. Perhaps my granddaughter is too naive to see it, but you can't hide it from me. I know what you've seen. What you think you're able to do. But keep my family out of it. We've suffered enough. You don't know anything about me. And besides, I'm not the one hiding things from my family. Tell me, do you know the story of Izanagi and Izanami? Grandma, this again? I'm sure Ido's not interested in hearing some old myth. Really, we should get going. Stay right there. Though I've told you this story many times, you don't seem to grasp the importance. I think it would be of use to this woman to hear it. I'm not going to do that voice anymore, so I'm just going to talk. Izanagi and Izanami were the first of the gods, known to us as Kami. In legend, it was the drops of the ocean water that fell from Izanagi's jeweled spear that created the islands in Japan. When they descended to our lands, they brought their love and devotion with them to the realms of mortals. Izanagi and Izanami had many children, deities of nature that inhabit the natural world all around us. For a while, life was peaceful. However, as Izanami gave birth to Kagutsuchi, the Kami of fire, she was horribly burned and suffered mortal wounds. As she lay dying and faced with her mortality, new Kami were born from her suffering. Kami that hid away from the light. When Izanami passed, Izanagi was inconsolable, and in his rage he struck down the child that killed his love. Unable to accept her death, he ventured deep underground to Yomi and Kuni. Yomi no Kuni, the land of the dead. Half blind and distraught with grief, he wandered the darkness until he finally heard the voice of his beloved. Though unable to see her face, Izanagi begged Izanami to return with him. Izanami replied that she would try and ask the gods of Yomi no Kuni permission to return to the land of the living. Incapable of restraining his desire to see his love, Izanagi set his comb alight in order to look upon his lost love. We greeted him with the sight of her decaying, worm-eaten face. In horror, Izanagi attempted to flee from Yomi no Kuni. Izanami, enraged, sent dark spirits to pursue him and drag him back to her. After narrowly escaping, Izanagi sealed the entrance to Yomi no Kuni with a great boulder. So you see, it is our mortality that brings suffering into the world, yet resisting it is preserving of a natural order. Being mortal means we must accept that we cannot control life and death. Detective, some things cannot be changed, and some doors should never be opened. You must stop. Grandma, you're talking about stories and myths. We're talking about real things. The story may be a myth, but there is truth within it. Can't you see that? The things we pursue, the unnatural, unclean. Heed my warning and stop this foolishness. I won't let you involve my family any further. First those bastards to take my Emiko, and then you show up. Perhaps I'm being punished for my sins. May, come here. Come here, my sweet child. We must keep away from her. No, Grandma. I told you already. I'm going to see Takashi. I'm an adult now. You can't tell me what to do anymore. No, you can't. You must not go. We must protect her family from outsiders, May. You're reopening old wounds. Leave us alone. Let us heal. Heal? You think I want to heal? Can't you see how much these lies have hurt me already? You're the one wounding me, Grandma, not Ido. You're delusional. You tell us stories about kami and spirits. Takashi might hide the things from me too, but at least he makes sense. This time, he's going to tell me the truth about everything. About Mom and Dad too. No, stop. I'll tell you about your parents. How they... You can't. Can you? You've never told me how they died. The reasons always changed every time I asked. No, May. Please. You must listen. They might be listening. They're still out there and they haven't forgiven me. Can't you see? They? What are you talking about? You're insane. I'm sorry I spoke to you that way. I'll go back to check on you soon. Don't go, please. Goodbye, Grandma. I'm sorry. She's gotten much worse since you last saw her. No, it's fine. Why do you think she told us that story? About Izanagi? I don't know. It was kind of creepy, wasn't it? She was talking about it like she really believed it. Come on, let's go see Takashi. Whoa there. Where do you think you're going? May and I are leaving. What of it? Oh, well, you can't. I got a call from May's grandmother and she says she's having health issues, so she has to stay. I didn't ask what they were. Wouldn't want to be caught feigning on my shift again, but it must be pretty bad that if she called. May's an adult. Her grandmother can't keep her here. Let's go. No, you don't understand. Oh, you're not going anywhere. Use violence. Why is the red paint still on there, by the way? Doesn't make any sense. Ugh. Good thing I'm wearing gloves. This better work. I don't even know what I'm doing. Do I show it to the mother or do I show it to him? I don't know. Maybe I think the mother or the grandmother, but let's see. Show that bird. Oh my, yeah, of course, because then he gets scared and faints. And I told you about how I don't like about blood and blood's ruined my thing. The germ. Oh, I'm dizzy. I'm getting a little. We're just going to drop the bird on him or something like. Oh dear. Did he just faint? Sure looks like it. He'll be fine. Let's get a move on. I mean, I think if I went into the house there would be a different thing going on. But I'm free to go to. The guys are gone. Kai, what are you doing here? Did she make you come? It's not like that, Akashi. It was my idea. I asked her to come talk with you, but you sent her away. This woman almost got you killed. You expect me to cooperate with her? Surely, if you need to talk to me, you can come yourself. My sister doesn't need to be involved. No. If I came alone, you'd evade away all my questions, like you always do. Besides, there's something I need you to see. See what? What are you talking about? Oh. Where did you get that? Put that away. So you know what it is? I knew you were hiding something from me. That's not true. If I wasn't hiding it. It's not something you need to know about. Besides, why is she carrying it in the first place? Wait, don't you need to stop? Oh, Jesus, I'm clicking. May, I understand that you're upset with me, but we should talk about this another time. Furthermore, that mask has nothing to do with you. You're wrong. Back in April, when May was held at knife point by another girl, it was the mask she was after. A mask your family is connected to. Looking for it? I suppose I've been a fool to think I could keep the truth away from of our family's past away from you. Past? What does that have to do with Mom and Dad? Yes, it's so much worse. I first saw that mask when I was a child, before you were born. The truth is, it belongs to a cult called the Kamen Kai, of which our parents were members. A cult? Are you kidding? How did your parents get mixed up in that? I know how it sounds. I find it hard to believe myself. They were a group led by a guru named Tokimasa, who promised a simpler life away from the hypocrisy and falseness of city life. Our parents both had a master's degrees, and my mother was on her way of learning her PhD. They chose to give up their lives and their careers to follow the mystic and live in a compound instead. Jesus. The Kamen Kai were here many of such groups back then. I was a child and didn't understand. Thinking about our parents were deceived and what they put me and Mai through. It's unforgivable. The mask was on a compound. For what's the purpose? What I believed I could do, I don't know. Do you think there were any members of the Kamen Kai left? Would know. No, you see, there are no surviving members. They died. All of them, including our parents. I'm sorry I don't remember much about it. One night, Grandma came into my room and we were sleeping, saying we had to go. The compound was in the woods, so it was dark and I could barely see. She kept charging forward with May, and in her arms, dragging me behind. And we were back in Tokyo several days later. Grandma told me that our parents were dead. She didn't seem sad. It was as if she just expected it. The government censored much of what happened, so I was never able to learn how they died. Me and Grandma didn't speak of it, ignoring it as if my childhood, everything that happened in those woods, was all a bad dream. If it weren't for her, we'd probably be dead with our parents, but ignoring it couldn't erase the anger I felt towards them. I wonder if they even cared what might happen to us. As a high schooler, I spent more time trying to find out about the Kamen Kai, and then I studying. I thought that if I could understand why my parents were so willingly gave up their lives and abandoned us, I'd stop feeling betrayed. I was wrong. Nothing I found gave me any peace. Mom and Dad died as part of a cult. I don't believe it. It's true. I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I guess that hiding it from you was able to hide away my feelings. I think for my grandma, it was painful to talk about. I believe she took possession of the shrine in order to live a simpler life. We had to keep it a secret. There was no way we could live a normal life with the stigma of the Kamankai attached to us. I suppose keeping up that secret hurt us both dearly. For me, pursuing Kendo gave me some measure of control over my life again. But Grandma, who made the choice to leave her daughter behind, she always seemed to carry that guilt with her. She started going out at night, babbling about how she was looking for my mom. Oh, this is so itchy, man. When she'd come home, she would have brought a stink on her clothes. I was scared to confront her, so I tipped off the police. They found her wandering in the sewers, nothing but the mask. Same from the cold compound years before, the one you hold. I was shocked when they gave it to me. I hadn't seen it for so long, and it was unpleasant memories from my past came flooding back. That was when I decided to leave Kamakura. It was the only way I could move on with my life. It doesn't account for how the mask ended up with your grandmother in the first place. I don't know how she got it. It seemingly appeared out of thin air. Maybe she gave it to her. Someone gave it to her. She never said. I left the mask with her. I always made me uneasy, and a strange aura about it. Wait, Grandma was looking for Mom in the sewers? I don't remember any of this. We were in the dorms at your school at the time. Grandma Saint's behavior was part of why I insisted on you going to those private schools away from Kamakura. I couldn't drag you into this madness of our past. We parted ways without ever speaking of it, and she was much better by the time you returned to Kamakura. Detective, what exactly is it you're looking for? Surely our family's history isn't of use to you? I assume you've heard about what happened to my partner. This mask was there again when he died. It was more than an ornament. I need to know where it came from. If that's true, then I want to help. Your partner, he seemed like a nice person. No, May. You've helped me plenty. But I have to do this on my own. Ido is right. I apologize for not telling you all of this sooner. But you can't be involved in something so dangerous. I already thought I'd lost you that day at that shrine. I couldn't forgive myself if something happened to you now. Alright. Thank you for finally telling me the truth, Kakashi. I'll head back there for now. I hope you remember that I'm your sister. I hope you remember that I'm your sister. I may not remember the same things you do, but we're still family. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for your help, May. You're right, May. I'll come visit you soon. It looks like she's gone. May is not here. There's no need to be coy. No doubt taking possession of that mask has taken its toll on you. Even in the brief time I was in contact with it, I felt an immense darkness behind it. I had such strange dreams and saw things I never would have dreamed up on my own. There was always an unusual air about it, and I couldn't stand to be around. Maybe lying to May again makes me a hypocrite. All I know is that I don't want it getting out. But like you said, I don't believe that the mask is simply wood and paint, though I doubt anyone else will believe us. No one ever did, except for one man. On the street, there's an old tea shop. Perhaps you saw it on the way in. An old historian named Yashoshisha, or whatever. It's occasionally he was the only one who acknowledged what I said about the mask to be true. If you are looking for information on the mask, he may be the best person to ask. I never pursued the topic with him, but if I speak with him occasionally on other topics, his mind is the vault of valuable information. Hopefully it can get some shed some light on what it really is. I hope so too. But please, detective, be careful. I'm going to end it here because I'm a little tired and losing my focus. And it also seems like we're about like half an hour, if not a little bit longer in. So it's a good way to end the episode. Next time we will pursue that tea shop and figure some other things out. Hopefully you enjoyed. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, or a comment down below. And until next time.